Imagine waking up one morning, just like any other day, not realizing that something dangerous is silently building in your body, something that could take your speech, your ability to move, even your life. Every 40 seconds, someone suffers a stroke. It's fast, it's brutal, and it often gives no warning. But what if there was one simple habit, one action you could take each morning that might slash your risk of stroke by up to 50%? That's not hype. That's backed by research. And in a world where millions live with fear of heart attacks, strokes, or sudden health crashes, this one practice could be your body's secret weapon for long-term survival. So what's the habit? It's not a pill. It's not an intense workout. It's not a trendy supplement. It's something even simpler, yet far more powerful. It's this: morning hydration with plain, room temperature water. Just 1 to 2 glasses of water, first thing after waking, can drastically reduce your risk of stroke. Sounds basic? Maybe, but the science behind it is profound. Let's break it down. Overnight, while you sleep, your body continues working. Your heart keeps beating. Your brain keeps firing. Your organs are filtering and repairing. And during all that, your body loses fluid through breathing, sweat, and basic metabolic function. By morning, you are mildly dehydrated, even if you don't feel thirsty. Now here's the critical part. Dehydration thickens your blood. It makes your blood more viscous, less able to flow freely. Thicker blood increases blood pressure, strains your heart, and raises the chance of clots forming, especially in the small arteries that lead to the brain. And that, right there, is where stroke risk skyrockets. Doctors and neurologists are now emphasizing this more than ever. One recent study found that individuals who maintain consistent morning hydration see a significant drop in stroke and heart attack incidents, up to 50% in long-term comparisons. Why? Because thin, well-hydrated blood flows more easily. It reduces clot formation. It prevents plaque from sticking to artery walls. And it allows your brain to receive oxygen and nutrients without disruption. But there's more to it than just preventing strokes. Morning hydration also helps regulate blood pressure. Think about it. One of the leading causes of stroke is high blood pressure. And most people don't even know they have it until it's too late. Drinking water first thing can help your blood vessels expand and relax. It gives your cardiovascular system a gentle wake-up call. And if you've ever woken up with a racing heart or felt dizzy when standing, chances are your body was screaming for water. And still, so many people wake up and go straight to coffee. Or worse, nothing at all. That morning coffee hits a dehydrated system like a jolt of stress. Caffeine is a diuretic. It makes you lose even more fluids. So if you're already dehydrated and add caffeine without first rehydrating, you create a perfect storm for vascular stress. This is where so many people get it wrong. Coffee isn't evil, but timing matters. Water first. Always. Now let's talk about the brain. Your brain is over 70% water. Dehydration affects your brain's ability to function clearly. You become foggy, slow, forgetful. But even more alarming, dehydration increases the chance of microclots in the brain. These are tiny strokes, sometimes called silent strokes, that you may not even feel, but over time, they damage memory, mobility, and cognition. A single glass of water in the morning won't make you a genius, but it will create the internal environment your brain needs to thrive and stay protected. Let's look at a real-world example. In Japan, morning hydration is practically a cultural ritual. Many people there start the day by drinking 2 to 4 glasses of water on an empty stomach. Not only is Japan one of the longest living populations on Earth, but their rates of stroke and vascular disease are dramatically lower than the global average. Coincidence? Maybe. But study after study supports the same link. Daily morning hydration reduces the risk of serious cardiovascular events, especially strokes. And here's something else you probably didn't know. Most strokes don't happen during the afternoon. They happen in the early morning hours, between 6 a.m. and noon. That's when the body is naturally more dehydrated, blood pressure is peaking, and clotting risk is at its highest. This is why what you do in the first hour of your day matters so much more than what you do in the afternoon. The body's rhythm, The circadian system amplifies stroke risk in the morning, but you can outsmart it with a simple glass of water. It's not just about avoiding danger. It's about increasing your vitality. Morning hydration improves circulation, supports kidney function, boosts metabolism, and even helps regulate weight. It flushes toxins that accumulated overnight and sets up your digestive system for better nutrient absorption throughout the day. Many people who begin this habit report clearer skin, better energy, fewer headaches, and, yes, better bathroom habits. So how do you actually do it right? First, keep a glass or bottle of water near your bed. The moment you wake up, before checking your phone, before coffee, before anything, drink. You don't need a chug. Just drink a glass slowly, then another if you can. Room temperature is ideal because cold water can slightly constrict blood vessels, while warm water encourages circulation. Bonus tip: if you really want to amplify the benefit, add a pinch of mineral-rich salt or a slice of lemon. This supports electrolyte balance, especially if you're low on magnesium or potassium, two minerals critical for heart and brain health. If you're thinking this sounds too simple to be life-changing, consider this. Simplicity is what makes it sustainable. The greatest health transformations don't come from extreme diets or expensive treatments. They come from foundational, daily habits that support the body's natural rhythm. Your body wants to heal. It wants to protect you, but it needs your help. And that help can start with a glass of water. We're living in a world where strokes are increasing in younger people. It's not just an older person's disease anymore. Stress, processed food, alcohol, lack of sleep, and sedentary lifestyles all raise the risk. But if you can adopt just one protective habit, one that literally takes 10 seconds, why wouldn't you? Let's go deeper. Dehydration also increases inflammation. And inflammation is the quiet destroyer behind most chronic diseases: heart attacks, strokes, cancer, diabetes. When your body is even mildly dehydrated, your cells become stressed. They send out inflammatory signals, which lead to more oxidative stress, damaged arteries, and vulnerable brain tissue. Hydration stops that cycle before it starts. It gives your cells what they need to operate cleanly, without noise or chaos. Think of your blood like a river. When you're hydrated, it flows. It nourishes. It moves oxygen and nutrients to every organ. But when you're dehydrated, it turns into sludge. Slow, sticky, dangerous. That sludge is what causes strokes. Not just full blockages, but partial clots, plaques, ruptures. You don't feel it happening, but it builds over time. One missed morning becomes a week. A week becomes a month. A month becomes a decade. And then one day, you're the person in the ambulance. Don't wait for a scare. Don't wait for a diagnosis. You can start protecting your brain and your heart every single day, and it doesn't cost you anything. Just water, just presence, just intention. This isn't just health advice, it's a mindset. A person who prioritizes morning hydration is someone who values prevention. Someone who understands that long life doesn't come from hacks or fads, but from deep respect for the body's design. Your body is a miracle. It heals when you treat it right. And this morning habit is the perfect way to show it that respect. Let me tell you a quick story. There was a 62-year-old man named Charles who had a minor stroke. He recovered, but it scared him. He was overweight, stressed, and always skipping breakfast. A doctor told him about the morning hydration trick, and Charles took it seriously. He added 2 glasses of water to his routine every single morning. Within 6 months, his blood pressure dropped, his cholesterol improved, and he lost 15 pounds, not by dieting, but by supporting his metabolism and making better decisions. He said, "It was the first time I felt like my body wasn't fighting me." That's the power of rhythm. Because water isn't just physical. It's energetic. It's symbolic. It's the first gift you give your body each day. It tells your organs, "I've got you." It tells your brain, "You're safe." And it tells your heart, "Let's keep beating." So tomorrow morning, don't grab your phone. Don't rush into stress. Instead, sit up, breathe, reach for that glass of water. Let it hit your system like a wave of clarity. And know that with every sip, you're giving your body what it needs to defend itself. You're reducing risk. You're increasing vitality. You're choosing life. One habit, one action, 10 seconds. That's all it takes to slash your stroke risk and put your health back in your hands. Don't underestimate it. The smallest habits often have the biggest impact, especially when they become rituals. Start tomorrow. Your future self will thank you for it.